Hi guys, so I just wanted to make this little quick video about things that go wrong as well as things that go right. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know that I like to share the ups and the downs, just so that maybe you won't make the same mistakes that I've made and we can learn from each other. So one of the big mistakes that I've made this season is getting the seed compost wrong. So I use Melcourt Silver Grow, which is a peat-free seed sowing compost. I moved on to it a couple of years ago from a different compost which had peat in it, and I just wanted to stop using that. So I moved on to Melcourt, and it's been really good. I've really enjoyed using it. It's got a really nice texture and feel to it, and germination seems to happen quite well with it as well. So I was keen to continue using Melcourt, and what I did was last season I ordered quite a large pallet of seed sowing compost and some potting mix as well, and I didn't get round to using it all last autumn. So what I did was I left it on the pallet outdoors all winter, and something has gone on within the seed compost. It has maybe been too wet for an extended period of time. There may be some kind of pathogens in there that's just something has gone on inside of the compost bag. I would love to know what it was. Maybe I can do a bit of investigating to find out, which has caused really poor germination this season, and that's obviously had a really big knock-on effect on how many plants I've been able to produce this season. So usually this field behind me, which is my main annual growing field, takes about 3,000 or 4,000 plants, depending on what I've got in terms of overwintered hardy annuals and biennials, such as the foxgloves and things that I've got in the field at the moment. So yeah, I'm usually looking at about 3,000 to 4,000 plants, and I did a bit of a stock take the other day, which is something that I always do at this time of year, just to make sure that I'm still on track for the number of plants that I need for my field. And I was 1,500 plants short, which was just crazy and shocking at the same time. And I think that I originally did sow all of those plants, and I had the right number of cells to be able to produce the number of plants that I needed. However, the germination rate was just really shocking. So I've been panic sowing lots of things this season, just to try and get back ahead of myself, but I don't think that it's going to work out that way. I was hoping to have lots of early hardy annuals ready for June, early July, but I don't think that's going to be the case now. So I'm really kind of mad rush trying to get things done. The germination chamber has been great because it helps me to have really fast germination, and I can get those seeds off to a good start. So in my blind panic the other day, when I realised I was 1,500 plants short, I wanted to kind of get straight to it and re-sow lots of seeds. Obviously there was lots of things that I had ran out of seeds of, which I was kind of worried about that, because some of those are expensive and it was going to take a few days for them to arrive. So I went to my local garden centre and I went to see what they had available, and I bought some seed compost from there. It was some Westlands, what was it? Groshaw seed and cutting compost, and as soon as I picked it up I just knew that it was no good, but I was like, I haven't really got any other option unless I want to wait for a delivery from the horticultural supplier that I use. So I decided to just pick it up and give it a go, and I sowed a couple of trays of snapdragons, so 200 or 300 snapdragons, some celosia, some grasses, some, I can't quite remember what else, but I noticed straight away that the compost was really sandy and it just wasn't ideal for I've worked with sandy compost before and it's just not good, and it dries out so quickly, and that is exactly what I found with the seed trays that I sowed the other day. So I was really struggling to get those to germinate, and they were just drying out within hours of me watering them here in the greenhouse. So after a while, I noticed that things weren't germinating, and I'd spent quite a bit more money on seeds, specifically Rudbeckia Sahara, because I'm already behind with the Rudbeckias because I had a bit of an accident with the soil blocks, and that's just another mistake that I made this year. I had a tray of soil blocks and I was kind of tipping the tray around to let the water kind of go around the soil blocks and make sure it was evenly watered, and it just went past its tipping point and the whole 200 Rudbeckia Sahara seedlings just went on the floor, and it wasn't really salvageable because they were so tiny. I probably would have been able to pick out about 10 or 20 and I just wouldn't have been able to find the rest. So that was such a shame, and I was trying really hard not to have a massive breakdown after that because I was just so stressed about a couple of other things went wrong on that day, and it was just really kind of the final straw for me. So anyway, I sowed some more Rudbeckia Saharas in this rubbish cheap compost, and they just weren't germinating, and I was thinking, well, I hope the seeds aren't spoilt now because I really want to see if I can get these to germinate. So what I did was I chucked them into the germination chamber, and sure enough, within a couple of days they started to germinate, and I was really pleased that they'd started to come on, because I was thinking, yes, I've not wasted my money, that's perfect. So then once they germinated, I brought them back in here, which was yesterday, and they were still quite damp, which was great, and I put them on this bench here. And what happened was yesterday was quite sunny, and when the seedlings come out of the germination chamber, they're not very strong, they're very weak and pale, so they haven't really got strength for outdoor life yet. And because yesterday was quite sunny, they're just kind of wilted away, and what I really should have done is put them somewhere in the shade to transition them from the germination chamber to outside. And what I did was I just kind of shocked them, and I don't know whether they obviously lost too much moisture, wilted away. So yeah, that's another blooming batch of Rudbeckia seeds that I'm gonna have to start again. So I've just ordered those. I've ordered some new seed compost from my supplier. I'm a couple of months behind now with sowing a couple of things, so I just need to get them in ASAP, and hopefully they will grow quickly because it's starting to warm up a bit now, and I can get them in the ground and we'll have flowers kind of end of summer, autumn time. I just really don't want to miss out on those Rudbeckia Saharas. So yeah, that sums up the couple of mistakes that I've made lately, and I just wanted to mention those so that you don't make the same mistakes. It never really occurred to me that it was beneficial to buy fresh seed compost every season. But I have spoken to one or two people, and they have said that it's definitely worth buying fresh compost every season, or even I guess it would be beneficial to leave it somewhere where it's not outside, it's sheltered, and the compost isn't going to get too soggy and saturated and potentially cause some problems later down the line. So share with me things that have gone wrong for you so I don't feel alone down in the comments, and we can chat about things that have gone wrong this season, and then maybe we can talk about things that have gone right as well. So please chat to me in the comments. I would love to hear how you've been getting on this season. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.